G'day everybody, welcome back to Hydroneer 2.0 and here we are at my South Hope mine, and today we're going to try and do a test with pressure. So what I've noticed with a few people, they seem to think that they need a pressure tank at each one of their drills to get the maximum return on nuggets and hydrocoins, whatever. So as you just saw back there with 368 pressure at our intake, I have the 4 times tier 2 boosters connected to our intake, and then by the time we get to here we've lost 120 psi. So it goes through our system, and I have a booster or tank, pressure tank here, and it's primed and it's back to 368, which is our total amount back at our intake. So it goes through our conveyor system, and I don't boost it until I actually get back to entering our the harvester. So I'll boost the pressure again, and it's back to 368 going into the harvester and continuing on into our belt system. And it also goes off in that direction to our underground system of drills. So down here again, the pressure that's boosted back before it gets into our belt system comes back through here, and I don't boost it again until I actually get into the drills down here. So if we turn the drill system on here, I've got 360 psi going into the first drill, and then it degrades as we get to the last drill over here, and we're losing an unknown amount at this stage. So if we go back to this side and the drills that I've got set up here, this level here is the top of the tier 2 soil or dirt, and the ones down there are at the last block for tier 2 dirt. So they are generating different size nuggets, but we're not going to measure those today. So here you can see it comes out from our belt system, and again I've kept belts separate to our actual drills, and here we've got 2 split, and this side starts off at 365 and loses pressure at these 2 drills at the end, and the same with the other side. So while that's running, that's generating the maximum return for me at the moment. So when we get into our test system here, we're entering the test system pipeline at 362 after our pressure tank. And over here, if I turn the system on, we end up with 312 going in before we have a pressure tank boosting back to the most amount of pressure I can get over here, over that distance. So this drill here is getting the maximum amount of pressure. This one here is 10 blocks apart from that one, and we're losing 365 to 340, so 25 psi in pressure there, and then we go to this one which is 20 blocks away from the first drill, and we're down to 315 pressure. I don't have these pressure tanks primed, they've got nothing in them, so we're losing 50 psi by the time we get here. Alright, so according to our laws of Hydroneer pressure, I'll just turn this off before we get inundated with nuggets. This one here looks pretty big. If we weigh that, we've got 58 in hydrocoins and it's 3.4 in weight. And let's try another one. 55, 3.21 in weight. Another one, 54, and 53. So as you can see, average around 55 hydrocoins return, or even lower actually. Looks like 54, 53. Alright, so there you go, those nuggets there, average around 53 to 55 in hydrocoins cost. These ones here, which we're losing 25 psi in pressure, gives us a higher value. Okay. Alright, 54, 53. Let's grab that one. 54. So it looks like random, to tell you the truth. Oh, 59. So that doesn't actually make sense in the laws of hydroneer pressure. Alright, so 59 there, and our last one, which should be significantly lower, we've got a 59. Oops, that was our 59. A 60. Alright. Okay. So that, to me, suggests that possibly what we're seeing here, to what's really expected, is this amount of pressure is enough to run these T2 drills at maximum capacity or maximum quality. So what I need to do in actual fact is lower this pressure and see whether there's a significant difference there. So I'll just turn this system here off. This system here is completely separate from our test system, by the way, so that doesn't have any effect on what we're seeing in either our results. Actually, I better turn these drills off too. But yeah, as you can see, nuggets are randomly generated, but like I said, it looks like the pressure that we're generating. Actually, I'm going to pause the video here and get rid of all these nuggets, and I'll bring you back when I've cleaned everything up. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see here, we've dropped our pressure from 368 down to 248 at the intake. I took off the pressure boosters down here, and I've cleaned up our nuggets from our last effort. So if we come back over here and we turn on our valve, we get 245 at our first drill, and then we get 220 and 195 at our last drill. So our nuggets are coming out. They appear to be coming out a little bit slower by the looks of it, but that should be enough. I've kept our maximum weight nugget from this drill here, which was our 60 and weighing in at 3.53. So if we go back to our initial one with the maximum pressure as of the intake pressure, we'll put that on, so we're 59. So the highest one we had here last time was 58, and we've dropped over 100 psi in pressure. So there's 120 odd psi drop in pressure. So 56, so it's still averaging out about the same from what we saw from our first one. Oh, there we go, we're actually getting a higher value ones. So there's another 60 at 260 pressure. Over here, which is a pressure drop in 20, we're going at 53 and a 56. So over here, which we've got 50 psi pressure drop, we've got a 53 and Get out of there. And a 58. So as you can see, even at 115 psi, sorry, 195 psi, we had 315 psi there the last run. We're still getting significant amount and a negligible negligible cost drop from our maximum pressure over 20 blocks to our last drill. So again, this appears to me, if we're holding at a reasonable amount of pressure, we're going to get a reasonable amount of nugget generation happening. So there you go. Make of it what you will. Please build your own mine site drill configuration the way you please, but I hope this actually shows us that you can actually space out the pressure tanks instead of having a pressure tank on each drill. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment or a like, and happy hydroneering, and goodbye for now. Take care.